Hello, I'm Caroline, and today I have a wrist strengthening practice for you. In truth, what we're strengthening is our forearm muscles, and this practice can be really helpful if you're recovering from a wrist injury, or if you're new to yoga and you find being on your hands challenging when you're doing the plank poses and downward facing dogs. So what you will need for this practice is either a very light weight. This one is a 3-pound weight. I would actually say that a 2-pound weight would be even better. You can use a can of beans as well as for an option. The other option is to use one of these bands. Now the band I have here is the light version, and you definitely want to begin with the light. To use light, you need to loop the band, or to use the strap, you need to loop it through your thigh so that you have some resistance there. I'm just sat on a block, by the way. For all of these exercises, we want to make sure that we're sat up tall and that our shoulders are down our back so that we're not kind of straining in our neck and shoulders when we're doing the practice. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate using the rubber band, and I'm going to pin my elbow into my ribs and again roll the shoulder down the back and sit up tall. So if you're using the weight, it will look like this. Okay, and keeping your forearm in this position, we're going to gently curl up and lower to a straight wrist position. And we'll do that 9 more times and release. Maybe exhaling here and inhaling. 7, 6, feel these muscles working here. 5, keep here relaxed. 4, 3, feel these muscles working. 2 and 1, and then release. Now what we're going to do is turn our hand to face downwards, and again I'm pulling up a little bit of resistance on the band, and again I'm not lowering my hand down like that. I'm starting in this position here. So using the weight, that in itself will probably feel like it's hard work. Roll your shoulder down the back and curl up. 10, like you're revving a motorbike. 9, 8, feel these muscles working. 7, 6, 5, 4, breathe deeply. 3, 2, and 1, and release. So maybe wiggle your fingers out just a little bit and turn your hand in circles. Okay, now what we're going to do is a twisting action. So we're going to begin with our palm up, and the same applies if you're using the weight. And pop your thumb onto the band so that the band doesn't slide in your hand. Roll your shoulder down the back, and then you're going to turn your palm down just as far as it'll happily go and up. And it's actually happening, the movement is happening up here at what's called the pivot joint. We're going to go 7, 6, 5, keep a bit of tension on your band if you're using it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then release and wiggle your fingers and move your arm and do whatever feels good. Okay, so we started with our palm up. This time we're going to start with our palm down. So if you're using the band, you're actually going to have to hold it with your fingers. Again, weight, we're starting like that. Pin your elbow into your ribs, roll your shoulder down the back, and now we're turning our palm up to where it will happily go, and then palm down. 9, 8, make sure you're always breathing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then release. Wiggle your fingers, shake it out, all that good stuff. Okay, if you're doing the other side as well, then swap your band over, can't speak. So the reason why I'm saying if you're doing the other side, it might be that you've injured one arm and you're just focusing on that for now. But if you want to build overall strength, then let's of course do both sides. So I'm going to demo with the weight this time. We're going to roll the shoulder down the back, bring the arm up. Again, remember we're not dropping our wrist down like this. So holding your hand up, and we're going to curl up, feel these forearm muscles working, and level off. Curl up and level off. 8 and level. 7 and level. 6 and level. Keep going. And so going slowly means that we are using the small muscle fibers and really kind of being able to be in control of our movements. Using muscles, not momentum. Let's do one more. And then release down, and again wiggle your fingers out, shake it out if you want. For these next ones, I'd like you to pay attention to if you are tensing other areas of your body unnecessarily, like your jaw or your eyebrows or something like that. Okay, let's roll the shoulder down the back, pin the elbow in, and then we have the palm face down. And we're going to curl up like we're revving a motorbike and level off. 9, 8, 7, feel these muscles working. 5, 4, make sure you're breathing. 3, 2, and 1. And then release again, shake it out. Okay, now we're going to do the twisting. So as I was saying earlier, the turn is actually in what's called a pivot joint up here. If you hold your forearm, you can't turn your wrist. So this action actually happens up here. Piece of useless information for you. Squeeze your elbow into your ribs, hold your weight or your strap just as much as you need to. Palm is up, and we're going to rotate down to a place that feels good, and then rotate up. 9, keep breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then let's release. Okay, and then for the opposite way, we're going to turn our palm to face down, and we're curling up. 1, going in opposite direction. 2, 3, 4, go slowly. 5, keep breathing. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. And then release and shake it out. Let's take a big inhale, reach up, and exhale, arms down. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, arms down. Shake your hands out again. And then interlace your fingers and push your palms forwards. And release. Thank you very much for joining me for a forearm and wrist strengthening practice. Again, this can be really helpful as a therapeutic healing option and also for building strength in your planks and your downward facing dogs. If you have any requests for future videos, then please send me a message. I always endeavor to meet those requests. And if you haven't yet, please hit subscribe so that you can stay in tune with what's coming up on my YouTube channel. Until next time, take good care of yourself.